Petra, on my word, will not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, if we be in collar, we'll draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of the collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away. Draw thy tool. Here comes one of the house of Montagues.
My naked weapon is out.
Quarrel, I will back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run.
Let us take the law on our side. Let him begin.
I will frown as I pass by, and let him take it as he list.
Nay, as he dare.
I will bite my thumb at him, which is a disgrace to him, if he bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law on our side if I say I?
No!
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir?
Say better!
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw, if you be a man.
Part, fools! Put up your sword! You know not what you do! What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death. Tybalt, I keep the peace, put up thy sword, or manage it, to part these men with me. What? Drawn and talk of peace, I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward!
What ho, you men, you beasts! Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by the old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Sweet nephew, saw you Romeo today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east. A troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where, underneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooteth from the city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew. And then from the light steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My most noble aunt, do you know the cause?
I neither know it, nor can learn of him.
I'll see where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievance, or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay to hear true shrift. Go hence, I will away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But news struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my mother that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that, which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor, where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Dost thou laugh?
No, cuz, I rather weep. Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love?
What, shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan, why no, but sadly tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
Oh, right good markman. But she'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. Oh, she hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity well armed. From love's weak childish bow she lives uncharmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies, with beauty dies her store.
Then she hath sworn that she will still live chaste?
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste.
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I in penalty alike. And 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you've lived it on so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen a change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she are happy mothers made.
And too soon marred are those so early made. But woo her, gentle Paris. Get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. And she agreed, within her scope of choice, lies my consent and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest such as I love, and you among the store. One more, most welcome, makes my number more. Come, go with me. Go, sit up. Trudge about through fair Verona, find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome at their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. I must to the learned. In good time.
Tut, man, one fire burns out, another's burning. Turn giddy and be helped by backward turning. Takes thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die. Why, Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented.
Gaudy Gooden, I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune and my misery.
But, I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
Ye say honestly, rest you merry.
Oh, stay, fellow. I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselm, and his beauteous sisters, oh, the lady widow of Vetruvio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio, and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece, Rosaline, and Livia, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena, a fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up?
Whither? To supper?
Our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so loves, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love? The all-seeing sun never saw her match since first the world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid, that I shall show you, shining at this feast, and she shall scant show well that now seems best.
Oh, I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
God forbid, where is this girl? What, Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Oh, madam, I am here. What 'tis your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I will lay 14 of my teeth, and yet to my team be it spoken, I have but 4. She's not 14. How long is it now till Lammas tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
On Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14, that shall she. Mary, I remembered well.
Yes.
'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years, and she was weaned. Oh, I never shall forget it. And since that time it is 11 years,
Yes,
for
nurse.
then she could stand alone. Nay, by the rood, she could have run and
right.
rolled all about, for even the day before she broke her
Enough
brow, and
of
then
this. I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Peace I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou was the prettiest babe e'er I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. Oh, I have my wish.
Mary? That Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady! Lady, such a man as all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower. In faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like, if looking, liking, move, but no more deep will I endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, The guests are come, supper served up. You called my young lady, asked for the nurse, cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground. I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dual woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in, a visor for a visor. What care I, what curious eye doth coat deformities? Here are the beetle brows shall blush for me.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no whit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed, asleep, while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you.
Queen Mab, what's she?
She is the fairy's midwife. And she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman. Drawn with a team of little atomies over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spider's legs. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. Time out of mind the fairies' coachmakers. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love.
Mercutio, peace! Thou talkst of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy.
Fantasy.
Which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind.
Wind, Mercutio.
Who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars. But he that hath the steerage of my course Direct my sail. Oh, on, lusty
Strike
gentlemen.
drum!
Onward!
Onward!
Yeah!
Welcome! Gentlemen, ladies that have their toes unplagued with the corns will walk about with you. My mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she elsewhere hath corns. Am I come near you now? You are welcome, gentlemen.
What lady's that, which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight? Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Oh, so shows a snowy dove, trooping with crows, as yonder lady over her fellows shows. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Come hither, covered with an antique face? Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, that is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. Therefore be patient, take no note of him.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure
He
him.
shall be endured.
Why, uncle? 'Tis a shame.
Am I the master here, or you? Go to. What cheerly my hearts!
Patience perforce with willful choler meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitterest gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this: my lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this: for saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy Palmer's kiss.
Have not saints' lips and holy Palmer's too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Oh, thus from my lips by thine my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took?
Sin from my lips. Oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
kiss by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary Bachelor! Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account! My life is my foe's debt!
Away, be gone! The sport is at the best!
Aye, so I fear. The more is my unrest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman that would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name. Oh, if he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love, sprung from my only hate?
Juliet! Anon! Anon! Come, let's away. The strangers all are gone.